Hello, testing. All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is Shelbyville Weather, and we are live due to a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued here for western Bedford County. Let me go ahead and pull up the live chat. There's going to be a ton of questions, I already know it, because this is just a strange situation we have here right now. So, um, first of all, I want to say I apologize for the mixed communication today. Um, we still do have that tornado watching effect, and I told everybody, earlier today we'd be watching just to see, and it does look like that we are going to get a good little thunderstorm here over the next little bit, especially in northwestern Bedford County. So let me go ahead and show you here what we got going on. So if you look on your center of your screen, here is our severe thunderstorm warned cell, and it is currently between I-65 and Chapel Hill, right along the 431 corridor. And this storm is moving off towards the northeast and will come pretty much right in the Unionville and Rover area, like I was talking about. Was likely to occur if this storm, maintained its strength and continued to move this direction. So this definitely looks like that's what's happening here, and we do have this severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect. So a couple communities that are included in this: Rover and Unionville. So those are the two communities in Bedford County that are included in this warning. This warning does not include Wheel, does not include Bedford, does not include Shelbyville, does not include Deason, does not include Bell Buckle, does not include Wartrace, Normandy, Lynchburg, Tullahoma, Manchester. I could keep the list, Hillsborough, keep the list going on and on here. But this severe thunderstorm warning is only for Unionville and Rover at this current moment. Okay, now, something could change, and the warning box could be drawn out a little bit further, after this one expires in 23 minutes. But we'll just have to wait and see. So the main threats with this storm: hail up to quarter size and a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. And then also we are watching a little bit of rotation here with this storm, as we have a tornado possible tag with this thunderstorm. So let me go ahead and pull up the Chapel Hill camera. There are 315 people watching this right now. And wow, my goodness, that is a beautiful, beautiful. This is a really cool. It's not cool because we are dealing with destructive storms, but it really is cool to see this type of structure on a storm in Middle Tennessee. And the environment's perfect today for stuff like this. So you can. My mouse doesn't show up on the screen here for some reason, but we do have a lowering, distinct lowering. Might be a wall cloud, inside of, right below the circulation of the storm, and yeah, we have had some circulations, and possible tornado touchdowns with this storm here. So that's just something to keep in mind. So I am going to come off of the camera for and we are going to come over to the velocity data. And there is a little bit of rotation here. This is from the Huntsville radar site. And this is looking at the velocity data. So you have the reds going away from the radar and the greens going towards the radar. And right in here would be your circulation. Now, supercell thunderstorms have circulations with them. That's just one of the characteristics of a supercell. But you know, there is a possibility of a a tornado dropping down with this in any moment, and that's why we have this tornado possible tag. And then, of course, we're watching to see if if this circulation tightens up, because we could get a tornado warning on this as well. So let's go back to the Chapel Hill camera here and take a look. So still some pretty impressive structure here with this supercell thunderstorm coming through northern Marshall County. And again, this is coming to Unionville and Rover in Bedford County. Unionville and Rover. Okay, I need you to be paying attention. If you are in Unionville, Rover, Longview, that's another area that needs to be paying very close attention to this storm over the next 25 minutes or so. Okay. There is a little bit of hook on the radar too, where that circulation is popping up. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the NWS chat here to see if there's anything worth noting. Not seeing anything at this current moment. I'm going to keep that up to the side there, just in case I need to take a look at it. So we're going to drag this out and to give a storm timing for the worst of the storm here. I guess it would help if I looked in. Okay, so this is moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. So 35 miles an hour. We're going to pull this out, and we're going to put in 35 miles an hour. So we have Unionville, 22 minutes, Rover, 22 minutes, Carter's Crossroads, 28 minutes, Longview, 27 minutes, Midland, 32 minutes, Deason, 34 minutes, Fosterville, 39 minutes, and Christiana, 41 minutes, okay? So this is some of the communities that will be impacted by this supercell thunderstorm a little bit later on down the line. But it looks like the storm is going to come into Bedford County right in the, okay? This is only for Unionville and Rover, okay? I just wanted to keep that in mind. This cell is only for, severe thunderstorm warning, is only for Unionville and Rover. So it looks like the severe thunderstorm warning has been continued for basically the same areas that was under this warning before. So Unionville and Rover, again, right along the 41A corridor, Chapel Hill Road, Unionville Chapel Hill Road. If I'm there's a lot of streets that I could name off, a lot of roads I can name off around Unionville and Rover, but you know who you are, okay? If you're in Unionville or Rover, if you live anywhere nearby Unionville or Rover, that this storm could impact you, okay? The worst of the storm is actually about to come into Chapel Hill here. This is a look at the wall cloud of the circulation here with this supercell thunderstorm, and this is right over Chapel Hill, okay? This is right over Chapel Hill right now, and moving off to the northeast. So it looks like randomly they just turned on the night vision on the. I guess it is getting dark out. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of cloud to ground lightning with this storm. So, very electrical. Probably going to hear the thunder if you're in Shelbyville, but not in if you are. Oh, they're moving the camera around. Awesome. Yeah. So there's a structure on this severe thunderstorm warned storm here. A supercell thunderstorm in Chapel Hill, and this is moving towards Unionville and Rover, okay? Unionville and Rover. You have maybe 15 minutes if you were in Unionville or Rover. No, Shelbyville, Tullahoma, Shelbyville, Wartrace, Normandy, Manchester, Hillsborough. I can name off every community besides Unionville and Rover, and I'll tell you you're going to be all right. All right, so this is only for Unionville and Rover in northwestern Bedford County, okay? So let's get back at looking at some of the data here from the Huntsville radar site. Still a little bit of rotation showing up on the radar. You had the reds going away from the radar, the greens going towards the radar site, and then right here would be the circulation. Okay, and I'm going to be keeping a close eye on the circulation just to see if this tightens up at all over the next couple minutes as it starts to move into Bedford County. But right now, the main threat here is going to be damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour and large hail. Okay, there's likely some large hail falling just between Holt's Corner and Chapel Hill along 31A right now, and that's moving right towards Rover. Okay, so if you were in Rover, be prepared for a little bit of hail here in the next 10 minutes or so. Wheel is in, if you're not in Unionville or Rover, you're in the clear, so Wheel is fine. Okay, this severe thunderstorm warning is only for Unionville and Rover in northwestern Bedford County. Unionville and Rover. This is far northwestern Bedford County. Okay, if I'm not saying your community name, then you're okay right now. Okay, we're just keeping a close eye here on this storm that's moving into northwestern Bedford County. Yeah, you're probably definitely seeing some lightning. This is a very electrical thunderstorm, and you might even be able to see the wall cloud. I'm going to go to the Bedford County EMA camera here just to see. Oh yeah, you can see the wall cloud off in the distance there from the Bedford County EMA camera. This is on the courthouse annex on the square in Shelbyville, and way off in the distance there, you can see the wall cloud. That's really ominous looking. Really ominous looking. But you can definitely see the wall cloud there off in the distance over Chapel Hill, because this is looking northwest, right in that general area. So that's really ominous looking. But again, the rotation is not all that great with it. Still keeping a close eye just in case. But a severe thunderstorm warning is the reason we're on right now, not a tornado warning. Yeah, if you're in Unionville and Rover, you need to be taking, just I would seek shelter. Maybe not. Okay, well they're going to drop the severe thunderstorm warning apparently. So yeah, they're dropping the severe thunderstorm warning and going to go with a special weather statement for 40 mile per hour wind gusts until 7:45. So they are dropping the severe thunderstorm warning. You can see the special weather statement box showing up on the radar here. But so let me look in the chat room to see if they. Okay, so we just canceled this last severe warning. Okay. So there's no warnings in effect right now. I'm just going to go ahead and stay on since I'm here. But if you're in Rover, Unionville, you're still going to get a pretty stout thunderstorm here. Let's go to the Chapel Hill camera. And we should be on the back side of the circulation now. So you're not going to see any wall clouds or anything from this point of view. But that I've been seeing pictures from Spring Hill today that have been showing pictures of wall clouds, and people have been mischaracterizing them as a tornado. So just keep that in mind, please, that you're not seeing a tornado. You are seeing a wall cloud with a rotating mesocyclone that is extending up within the thunderstorm. But thankfully, the special severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled, and we're left here with a special weather statement. So I'm going to zoom out here just a little bit so that we can see the whole warning box. And again, it's going to be right in through here. So this does include Unionville, Rover, Deason, Fosterville, and Christiana, and as well as Midland and Longview, the areas like that. So definitely a lot of lightning going on here with this storm. Let's open up the Bedford County EMA camera again, and you can still see the lowering there off in the distance. And there's probably going to be some hail about to come down in Rover. So if you're in Rover and if you get any hail, please let me know. Preferably, compare it to the size of a coin if you can. But the reason we're on was for a severe thunderstorm warning that has now been canceled. Okay, so severe thunderstorm warning is no longer in effect. We have a special weather statement for 40-mile-an-hour winds. I'm just going to stay on, for a little bit longer just because, there's some scary-looking clouds with this storm, and I don't want anyone to be too alarmed, so I'll at least stay on here, until we get past this. That was a pretty good cloud-to-ground lightning strike there. But yeah, this is from the courthouse annex right off the square looking northwest. Yes, it will impact Kingdom Road. It will. Yeah, it's still a very electrical storm. I mean, you can see it just off this camera here, the lightning that's occurring. So yeah, if I'm looking at this right, the purples and pinks right in here, and probably some good sized hail. I think that's Beasley Road that comes into 41A right there. In downtown Rover, I say with air quotes, but it's going to be coming right over the very northwestern tip of Bedford County for a little bit of hail. So you might be getting some nickel quarter-sized hail there in downtown Rover. Okay. This hail core will go south of Eagleville, but it's going to go right over top of Rover. So right over top of Rover, we have a little bit of hail about to come through. There's no warnings in effect. There never was a tornado warning for Bedford County anyway. There was a severe thunderstorm warning for western Bedford County, but that has been canceled, and we're left here with a special weather statement, which is kind of like the step down from a severe thunderstorm warning. So, if you put them on a pedestal, number one would be tornado warning, number two would be severe thunderstorm warning, and then number three there at the very bottom would be a special weather statement. So it's still a fairly stout storm. There's a lot of lightning, probably a little bit of hail, but I'm not seeing anything too particularly concerning right this second. And again, if you were in Rover and you have any pictures of hail, reports of hail falling, please let me know, because I'd like to pass that along to the Weather Service as quickly as possible. Chapel Hill will be good to go here just a minute. Just give me a couple more minutes for Chapel Hill. The link to the Bedford County EMA camera, I'm not entirely sure if I know that they do live stream sometimes that streams the camera, but I don't know if there's a link outside of the Radar Omega app that I'm using here. I'll have to check on that and get back with you, Miss Lynn. Yeah, I'll check on that and get back to you. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, so looking off the Huntsville radar site, still seeing indications that there is some good-sized hail falling here over extreme northwestern Bedford County. This is going to be right at the, I think there's a model plane of airport. I think they call it the Eagleville Airport. That's, right at the northern portion of the county there, far northwestern tip of the county there, 41A. And there's probably a little bit of hail falling up there. No, a tornado is probably not going to hit Shelbyville, especially not with this storm. It's just something something we're continuously monitoring here. Wind is bad in Unionville. Thank you, Carolyn. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of pictures right now, probably of the wall cloud and lightning show that we're getting. There's a wall cloud with this storm. There is, a lot of lightning with this storm, a little bit of hail with this storm. But I'm not, um, I'm not seeing anything saying that screaming to me that this storm is severe. Okay. Does anyone have any reports from Rover of hail? I'm on the Facebook live chat, so if someone tells me in a Unionville or in excuse me, in the YouTube or X stream, I'm not going to be able to see. But the airport in Eagleville is a glider port for gliders. Sometimes RC modelers fly there during the week, but the hangars belong to the Eagleville Soaring Club. Thank you for that information. You learn something new every day. That's interesting. How long until it gets to the Murfreesboro I-24 area? I give it let's just do a storm track on it, and we'll get an exact time for you, Miss Tammy. So let me get a storm track on this. Moving off to the northeast at 35 miles per hour. So this will be Christiana 20 minutes, Rucker 24 minutes. I'm not familiar with the rest of those names, I'll be honest, but I do know of Christiana and Rucker and Midland in 12 minutes there. So I would say it's probably going to hit south of or I guess that would be east on 24, east of the Joby Jackson exit, between Beech Grove and the Joby Jackson exit. I'm trying to remember the name of the exit there with the Loves in Christiana. I just call it the Christiana exit. I know it's not really, but yeah, it's going over my head right this second. But it's going to be that general area is probably where the storm is tracking to, and it'll be there probably, I would say, in 20 minutes or so. No hail in Rover on Cedar Grove. Thank you, Courtney. No hail at Jostens. Yep, thank you. That tracks pretty well. Yeah, this is a Unionville and Rover only storm. Let's go off the. It'd probably be nice if I turn that off. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, let's pop on up to the Nashville radar site. Might get a better look on the storm here. Yeah, so it's not showing quite as much hail as the Huntsville radar site does. So, it might still be P's there. But it's definitely not as vigorous as the Huntsville radar site was showing, which is probably more accurate, because the Nashville radar site is looking lower in the storm. But I just like to use Huntsville because usually, and I say usually, it gets a better scan on our storms. I don't know if there's something blocking the beam somewhere south of the radar beam in Nashville, but it always seems like there's a little area, especially in western Bedford County, where the radar beam gets attenuated by something from the Nashville radar site, and it just makes storms look really crappy when they're not. So I'm not really sure what causes that. But that's just me um, going on a little tangent there. No hail on 270 between 41A and 31A. Thank you, Miss Katie. Wheels good to go. Wheels fine. Shelbyville's fine. Manchester, Tullahoma's fine. Um, there's Lynchburg's fine as well. This is quickly becoming a Rutherford County problem. This storm tracked over the far northwestern portion of Bedford County, and very quickly it's moving out. So still seeing a little bit of rotation with this storm, but nothing crazy right now. Storm relative. Yeah, I mean there's a little bit of rotation, but it's a supercell thunderstorm, so we would expect to see a little bit of rotation on the radar. That definitely doesn't mean it's making it to the ground there. But heads up, Christiana, you're up next here. Midland, you're getting a lot of thunder and lightning right now, but the worst of the storm is going to go just north of you. Fosterville, the worst of the storm might go just north of you too. But of course, this is coming directly at Christiana, and probably between Joby Jackson and Christiana, there's going to see the worst of the storm there in southern Rutherford County. So just be aware. I don't I don't really cover southern Rutherford County, but I do know I have a lot of people that watch me from there, so I just wanted to give you a question, or I give you a sense of what's going on, not a question. I hope I answer all your questions, but yeah. So someone asked if it was okay to drive to Unionville now. Yes, it should be good to go to drive to Unionville. The worst of the storm is moving off to the northeast fairly quickly. The Longview area, northwestern Bedford County, actually north of the Longview area, really, right where Midland Road comes into Kingdom Road, right there in northwestern Bedford County, is where part of the storm is clipping right now. But this is all moving, towards the northeast fairly quickly into Rutherford County. And of course, this is not a severe thunderstorm warned storm right now. This is just a special weather statement, okay? So, I'm doing a little bit of extra coverage here just to give people some peace of mind. It's a lot easier to get on here and explain stuff to you compared to trying to post a billion radar updates. So I just thought I would stay on here. No, Tullahoma will not be impacted. Bell Buckle, Wartrace, Bedford County is pretty much totally in the clear from this storm. And I never expected anyone in Coffee or more to be impacted by this storm to begin with, okay? So looking back down here to the southwest, just taking a look at some things. There was a storm over Florence earlier, and I'm honestly not even sure where it went. It must have just dissipated altogether here. But there was a storm there earlier before I started the live stream, and now it has eluded me pretty much entirely. So that's a good sign. As volatile as we had originally thought, that's the storm over southern Rutherford, northern Bedford is still very strong. But it's not severe. That's good news. It's good news. So if you're in Moore County, if you're in Coffee County, you're good to go from this storm. This storm is only going to impact northern Bedford and southern Rutherford County. Okay. And again, if anyone had any hail reports, if anyone has any hail reports from southern Rutherford County that you want to send me, that would be perfect too. So, if you want to send me those, that'd be fine. I'll shoot them to the chat room, the National Weather Service chat room, because any and all reports help greatly to help people further down the line that haven't been impacted by this storm yet. You know, so it's hard to say right now if there's multiple rounds. Right now, this looks like a um, this looks like a one and done kind of deal, kind of like last night. We had the one storm push through very far northwestern Bedford County, and then we were done. But I am keeping a close eye on stuff just in case, just in case. So, looking at the courthouse camera again here, the storm has moved off the screen pretty much. You can still see some of the lightning there, and I guess it's still a little bit on the screen. Um, yeah, there were a lot of people watching this live stream here, or this camera, just a minute ago from the radar app. I think it was over 300 at one point, so that's pretty interesting, uh, and a very worthwhile investment for Bedford County here with this storm camera. This will help us out a lot. Any lightning detected near Tullahoma? Let me. I'm not seeing anything. There's you're probably seeing some of the lightning from the storm to the north. Between Murfreesboro and Deason, coming through Christiana. But yeah, there's no cloud to ground lightning strikes that I'm seeing on the radar here, and there's no nothing concerning, um, for Tullahoma. The part that's going towards Christiana is a supercell. It is technically a supercell. It is not it is not a severe warned supercell, but going off the base definition of a supercell, yes, this would be considered a supercell. Um, so it looks like the weather service is still not going to issue a warning on it, which I think is great. Not seeing anything crazy, with this storm as it continues to push into Rutherford County. So if you're in Christiana, if you're Epps Mill, that's what it was. I was trying to think of it earlier. Epps Mill off of I-24 Epps Mill Road, the exit there off of I-24. You're going to get a pretty hefty storm here in just a minute, and then pushing off towards Readyville, and eventually skirting maybe just north west of Woodbury over the next 30 minutes or so. But I do not see any reason, to be concerned if you're in Coffee County. If you're in Moore County, Bedford County, you're even out of the woods for this particular storm cell. So yeah, Unionville is in the clear now. Rover is in the clear. We still have the tornado watch that is in effect until 10 o'clock p.m. for Bedford County only. And I'm still watching just in case one of these cells. Well, there's not any cells really out here in the West Tennessee, southwestern Tennessee. But I'll be watching for additional development anywhere around in here, over the next few hours. But I believe as we lose daytime heating, gets later in the night, we should start to quiet down pretty good here. And for tomorrow, now I've said this every day for the past 2 days, and it has held true for a good majority of our area. But tomorrow, I do not expect any rainfall. There's not even a severe risk here tomorrow. But Saturday night into Sunday morning, I'm watching another threat for severe weather, unfortunately. And I'll have a post up about that. Hopefully tonight. I have to take care of some other business here. There's some other business I need to attend to over the next few hours. But if there is if there's any pertinent storm develop or anything like that, I'll be sure to post on the page any updates. But we might be saving the update for Saturday until tomorrow, just because it's been so busy today. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in to this severe weather live stream. If you wouldn't mind, if you're on YouTube, hit the like button and subscribe to me on Shelbyville Weather. If you are watching on Facebook, thank you for the stars that I've gotten. If you're watching on X, formerly Twitter, thank you for tuning in. So, y'all have a blessed night. And if there are any more updates to tonight's weather situation, I will update the